All right, now let's move on to the next story from our country, Indonesia, where the National Narcotics Board, otherwise known as BNN, and the Military and Police Joint Task Force have recently discovered a 2-hectare field of cannabis in Alue Garot's hill area, Tepindra Sub-Village, Sawang District, North Aceh Regency, Aceh.
The 6.5-ton cannabis stems with a height up to 2.5 meters have been destroyed and burned.
The BNN and joint force comprising of military and police along with regional leaders had to deal with an hour journey to reach the cannabis field, which was planted through multiple cropping with areca plants. The discovery was a result of board's investigation since September 2021. These cannabis plants generally vary between 2 to 6 months. A small hut, which was suspected to be the owner's shelter, was also found and destroyed at the location. The 2 hectares field, consisting of 13,000 cannabis, amounted to 6.5 tons, was found at 2 nearby spots. They were then removed and burned by the joint force. BNN Narcotics Director Brigadier General Aldrin Hutabarat said the cannabis field was found due to BNN's investigation development, which suspected that the illegal plant's collocation concerned nearby resident in North Aceh. Aldrin continued his team is still investigating the field's owner.
Bersama-sama dengan Badan Narkotika Nasional Republik Indonesia melakukan pemusnahan ladang ganja di lokasi Dusun Alue Garot, Desa Tepindra, Kecamatan Sawang, Kabupaten Aceh Utara. Di mana sama-sama kita lihat di sini ada 2 titik yang total secara keseluruhan luas lahannya adalah 2 hektar.
BNN continues to eradicate cannabis field in North Aceh year on year. The main reason is the illegal plant is suspected to harm future Indonesian generation, especially in Aceh. C2day contributor reporting from Aceh.
Did you know that the police and the military actually work together with LAPAN, National Agency for Aeronautics and Space, and BIG, that's the National Mapping Agency of Indonesia, to locate these places. So whenever the police or the BNN has a hint of coordinates, what happens is they actually get a satellite imaging of the area, and also the National Mapping Agency, they will actually get a geospatial information from there, and BIG, BIG, can also find out what vegetation is growing there.
Oh, that's quite advanced. But I like to watch movies, and when you watch Narcos, they actually planted the marijuana under the ground, like, somewhere under the ground. But
that's a very good reference, Alia. I would actually never guess that you would watch Narcos.
But interesting fact though, from Aceh, between January to June this year, they found 1,334 cases with 1,610 suspects and 2.1 tons of evidence of marijuana.
Wow.
So they found, in June and April and May. So they found like 7 hectares, 2 hectares, 3 hectares every time, the police and the military and found these fields of marijuana.
And I think that's why the police task force had to cooperate with such foundations or such agencies, because if you see, there's no that big of a land in visible areas. It has to be in the remote areas, in the mountains and stuff like that.
One of the reports said that they knew it from the villagers, from the citizens. So they found this field, and then they suspected that it is an actually marijuana field, and then they reported to the police. That's why they found that. So
and
I think LAPAN needs to work harder than having this such satellite image.
Well,
right?
I'm sure they work on hints and orders, so they get a little order from other agencies like that.
All right, that's actually the use of technology.
Right, but speaking of technology, what they do is they burn the fields, right? So, while in other parts of the world, there's forest fires and there's wildfires.